Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry, and tonight I'm going to be playing something new, with echoes of something old. The time has come. Diablo 4 is upon us. It's not quite released yet, but a friend generously, extremely generously, purchased me a copy, and a pre-order bonus meant I was able to play it a little bit early. Hopefully just in time to get a few videos out for you guys. Now, this may seem like me selling out, and maybe it is a little bit, because it's not the kind of thing I'd normally play, but back in the day, I'd have you know the very two first computer games I ever purchased were the original Diablo and Might and Magic 6. And then, about a month or two later, I bought a third game. I think it was Baldur's Gate, which had just come out. So, way back in the day, long before I had a computer, yes, I know such times did exist, a friend of mine got a copy of a gaming magazine with a disc with demos on it. And one of the demos was for a game called Diablo. And him and his friends played it a lot, and I got to watch and wait my turn and watch and my turn never came. I got to play it twice on their computer in the many months they enjoyed playing that game, where you could only access the first 3 levels of the dungeon under Tristram. And I really got to like it a lot. And then when I was a student, one of the other students had a computer and he had a copy of Diablo and he let me play a bit, and I saved up my money and purchased a computer of my own, got my own copy of Diablo and played it all the way through, loved it to bits. I also enjoyed Diablo 2 a lot, but I found it a bit harder than I would have liked. Diablo 3 came along, and I enjoyed it a bit more than Diablo 2. A lot of people didn't. However, the first 2 Diablo games really lent into the grim, dark aesthetic of the Warhammer world, without actually being the Warhammer world, being a more generic sort of Americanized, not so European version of the Warhammer world, without the late medieval to Renaissance European customs and costumes. And then the third Diablo game, Diablo 3, was not quite so grimdark. It was more super happy fun time Disney theme park ride with a real money auction house from day one and other issues. So now we come to Diablo 4, which apparently is going way back to its dark, grim roots. And I'm ready to dive in. There may be times when I am joined by friends and allies on my quest, but for the most part, I imagine this playthrough will be fairly single-player oriented, which means I should play a character I'm going to enjoy. So let's go take a look at all these classes. Flexible and resilient, druids harness the power of nature to protect life. Druids can shapeshift between the cunning werewolf and the powerful werebear to fight their enemies. Additionally, those who prefer spellcasting can unleash earth and storm magic from a distance. So we have the werewolf. Werewolves are ferocious and agile. They benefit greatly from increasing their attack speed and critically striking enemies. The werebear is a powerful force on the battlefield, dealing damage in large areas while also being notoriously difficult to take down. And in Diablo games you are often swarmed by hordes of enemies, so the werebear sounds like fun. I like playing a character who can be in the middle of the fight, take a lot of hits and still be there, and I want the fight to keep going for a while. I don't want it to just be over so quickly that it's no fun. I don't want it to drag on tediously, but I want to really feel like I've given people a good walloping rather than just hit them once and they fall down. Call upon the storm to rain lightning upon your enemies or blow them away with powerful gusts of wind. Earth magic focuses on limiting enemy movement with crowd control effects. They also benefit when used against enemies who are in such a state. Okay. The cunning rogues use whatever tools are available to get the job done. Rogues are both agile and resourceful, able to fight enemies at range with bows or up close with daggers. They are also able to imbue their weapons with various magics, so they have a magical element to them. Kite enemies at a distance using bows and arrows. Marksmen benefit from critically striking enemies and by causing them to become vulnerable. Imbue your weapons with poison, cold, or shadow energies. These imbuements give attacks special properties when they damage enemies. Lay traps on the ground which can trigger various effects. These effects range from damaging targets, poisoning them, slowing them, and much more. This is a running around, shooting people from a distance class. I don't generally like that kind of class as much. Masters of the Elements. Sorcerers inflict cold, fire, and lightning damage to subdue their enemies. And as the game is made by a company called Blizzard, generally the cold spells are slightly more powerful for the sorcerer class. If Diablo 2 and Diablo 3 are anything to go by, especially Diablo 2. Frost skills chill enemies, reducing their movement speed. Chilling enemies will eventually freeze them, causing them to be unable to act. Pyromancy skills focus on dealing fire damage. These skills deal a high amount of damage and cause enemies to burn for additional damage over time. Shock skills use lightning to defeat enemies. These skills have many ways to reduce cooldowns and benefit especially when critically striking. So this is the quickly recharging School of Magic then. The enigmatic necromancers are custodians of the balance between life and death. They can raise powerful undead armies to fight for them while also wielding the powerful magics of bone, shadow, and blood. Summon a host of undead minions to do your bidding, including skeletal warriors, skeletal mages, and the golem. Use the power of bone magic to physically assail enemies. Bone skills often increase power when you have large amounts of essence. Wear down enemies over time. Darkness skills utilize crowd control elements so that enemies are kept at bay while they die a slow, painful death. Siphon the blood from enemies with blood magic, which has defensive benefits while becoming more powerful as you increase your maximum life. This is the first class to have 4 points of interest instead of 3. Powerful warriors who rely on brute force to subdue their enemies. Barbarians are able to swap between an array of powerful weapons during combat, ensuring that they are prepared for any situation. Channel your inner rage to enter and maintain the berserking state, increasing damage and movement speed. We get 4 points of interest again. Use slashing weapons to cause enemies to bleed, dealing damage to them over time. What, even skeletons? Things with no blood? Become a walking arsenal, gaining damage and other bonuses for using various weapons in combat. The pinnacle of aggression. You have an increased fury cost to use skills. In exchange, your skills are dramatically more powerful, so pay more to do more. The Druid. Each of these characters has appeared in a previous Diablo game. The Druid was from an expansion for Diablo 2. The Rogue is from Diablo 2, but it's also a version of the... No, the Rogue is from Diablo 1, but it's really like a reskin of the Amazon from Diablo 2, which was related to the Rogues. The Sorcerer is from Diablo 1, and Diablo 2, and Diablo 3. The Necromancer is from Diablo 2, but also found a way into Diablo 3 later on. And the Barbarian is also from Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. No regular warrior from Diablo 1. No Paladin from Diablo 2. No Crusader from Diablo 3. I'm seeing a distinct lack of someone who would use armor and fight with a shield here. I mean, yes, I see the shield, but I'm talking overall class combat style. I'm wondering if the druid would be tougher if it went like a pure bear druid. or if it would be too different to fighting, and if I'd have more fun playing the Barbarian. I think I'll go for Barbarian for now, but my suspicion is the Barbarian is going to be more damage focused and less durability focused, and a pure bear druid might be a bit tougher. Now, there was a game introduction video, which I'm sure many of you have seen, and some of you haven't. I don't seem to be able to repeat it, and I had to load the game up to see if I could record it. In fact, I should just quickly check it's recording now. All looks good. Boy or a girl? Well, I'm going to have to see this character on screen a lot. I think I'll go with something a bit pretty. A bit pretty, mind. You don't want to face a pretty barbarian, you know. But yeah, if I'm going to have to see a character running around on screen all the time, I'll go with one I'm going to enjoy the look of. Then again, is there like a really hardcore, like, super, oh yeah. Let's see. I mean, we got a few options here, right? Oh god, what's that? That's bad, isn't it? I set the brightness settings to my own preference. YouTube makes videos a bit darker, and wait, do we have a better beard? An even better, like, manly beard? Ragnar hit you with big axe! No, that's probably the best then. Okay, let's see. Ugh. Okay, okay. Hello. No, okay, I think we're there. Right, let's go back. See what options we get here. So obviously we get a lot of presets. If people really pick the presets, they're kind of stuck, aren't they? So let's go full on customize. And this isn't customized from a preset, it's just the preset is a combination of the options. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Let's see profile. What says someone who's been in a lot of fights and is ready to rip the living intestines out of your bowels? Kind of leaning towards 2 or 1 for jaw. I'll wait till I've put some other elements in place. Reasonably happy with this skin tone for now, but I might change it. Let's not go with such pale eyes. Let's make them a bit more normal. Now then, not going to mess with these just yet. Facial hair for women seems to be just the eyebrows. That's a lot of earrings, but there do seem to be some other options. So let's turn off these so we can get a simpler look. And yeah, I can zoom out, and I will when I'm looking at anything below the shoulder. For now, obviously, these are athletic characters. They are heavily muscled. They are not pretty people. You know, they're not going to win any beauty contests. Okay, those have quite some sway on them. That's quite impressive. But they seem to feel like this is where they should be in the ear, not back here. So they kind of... that's weird. Let's see what else we got. So obviously there's a lot of very barbaric looking options here. Are those not always mirrored? So... and may even be covered by hair. Now, those are quite impressive, right? Those look like trophies from some beast she's slain. But let's see what else is available. Oh, now these say don't mess with this person, you know. The thing about something like this is it's you gotta think why she would do this to herself, right? There's a number of different reasons. There's the way it looks, the way it feels, the way it felt when it was done, the way it feels afterwards. Looking like she's tough enough to do this. Right, let's see what face suits this. Oh Oh wow, that's okay. That's a very short... We'll see if this bull ring seems a bit too far forwards in any of the noses for the nostrils. They probably have done a good job of making sure it fits well, but... Oh, that's a bit far back, isn't it, really? So not 4. 1, 2, 3. Ah, there's facial scarring as well. Ooh, okay, so I can factor that in as well. So let's say 2 potentially, but the nose might be a little wide depending on what I go for with the hair. Let's say, can we... Ooh, that's very green looking, isn't it? Oh! So all the... That's clean skin. This is skin with lots of moles and marks and dirt. Okay. Oh, hello. These are interesting as well. It would be nice to have a way of knowing if the skin's going to have all the marks on it or not, without having to click on a colour to find out. I'll leave it here for now. Now, let's do... Oh, that's nice. Let's go with something that's kind of fairly low maintenance and looks like she kind of gets out and about. And it, well, I mean, this looks pretty rough, but it also says 1990s punk, who used to be a 1980s punk, and I don't really think I could live with that. It looks a bit... Oh, good. Speaking of punks, the fake reenactor, not really Viking hairstyle, because Vikings tended to have their hair the same length all over, except for maybe a fringe. This is more Eastern European, like the Russ, the oh, what would you say? Like the Polish. Oh, hello. Right. Okay. Let's look at these. So, got some nice dreadlocks there. They don't move too much. They move a little, but they seem pretty heavy. More dreadlocks tied back. Okay. Scary lady who's going to beat the living shit out of you in an alleyway. Scary ladies. Look, there's going to be a lot of scary ladies. Oh, the 1990s school bully undercut. Very popular early 90s with horrible scum. Don't need those memories. Right. That's a little... It's short, and it doesn't get in her way much, but it doesn't flap about enough for her to feel like it makes an impression, makes a statement, says like, I'm a wild animal, I'm going to mess you up. So I think we're going all the way back to either 8 or 11. Sure, we'll go with 11. That's got a bit of style to it, right? It kind of covers one eye a little. Is that a plait? I think that's a plait there on the side. It's a little hard to tell with this colour. So let's look at colour options. It doesn't need to be a ginger. Let's see if we can get some... I mean, okay, that's kind of nice, right? I seem to be... Sure, we can work with that. Which means we can go back to the face and say free. Look at the scars. We've got scar here, scar here. And yeah, I know, look, I'm taking a lot of time with this, but... Okay, that expression with the eyes doesn't work so well here. So it's 2 or 3. Let's go 2. Sure. Work with that. Right, so now we... Hello, that's not bad actually. Right? We could kind of work with that maybe. All this. Oh, we could go a bit lighter. That's a bit weird. I think if we did go for a darker skin tone, I'd probably change the hair color to something a bit more like so that. This kind of works though. And I've kept the big chunky 3 pairs of earrings in case her hair gets tucked away under a helmet at some point and they become really visible, or there's some sort of headdress or something, I don't know. And we can have some makeup. That's a bit too obvious. So she wants something into... Ooh, yeah. There is a darker theme to this game, isn't there? So looking like all of the blood vessels in her face are being, like, pumped into overdrive might be appropriate. Not so much this one. Kind of liking this. It's got a sort of Necromunda feel to it. So let's remember 5. No, not those two. That doesn't really go with the eyebrows. Oh, I should have done something about that, shouldn't I? So, sort of Egyptian styled. Slightly. Oh! What's... Wait. What? What was that? There was like a little bubble there. At the corner of her eye, like a tear. No, it's... I think it's just part of the lighting. Alright, more cat-like than Egyptian. Again, for Egyptian it'd be more heavy on the upper lid than the lower. No, we got 5 then, okay. Right. And, do we want to mess with these? I mean, something that says, well nasty. We'll go with some henna, right? Rather than one of the other, because these are very dark, some of these colours. And let's see what other options are available. Characters in Sanctuary do seem to like covering themselves with tattoos. Now, this here has this odd thing where it just stops around the eye and the eyebrows, and it just feels very weird, so I'm gonna not go with that one. That's a bit sort of blurred and smudged looking. That's just more lines. Could go with this one, I think, but I'll check the others. Just relatively quickly, because I sense I've been a bit of a while now. Not a lot of these are really standing out to me and saying, I want this. That one, maybe. Let's see the back. I mean, it's nicely symmetrical, so it doesn't look... But these two, like, eyes on the knees just look duff. And again, pay attention to what's going on the face. Anything that has issues with the eyes is going to be a problem. Right. So that was kind of nice, apart from those face stripes. This one, right? Yeah, we can work with this. It's nice and simple enough. Sure. Oh, I'm going to regret this so much, aren't I? Hardcore. Hardcore characters die permanently. Look, if I'm recording this, I can't exactly save and reload it, but I might as well have a character I can keep on playing rather than having to constantly go back to the beginning again. Character name. Required. Obviously. 12 character limit. Right, so I want something that sounds reasonably barbaric, relatively unique, something that won't get caught in some kind of name already taken problem, or have problems with a swear filter. I think it's time for Return of Chevrella, to be honest. But it doesn't quite sound barbaric enough, does it? The Ella just sounds a bit too fancy, so let's just go with Chenna and see how that goes. So this is my first proper playthrough on, well, just before release. My first proper gameplay in about 2 or 3 months. Yeah, I know there was a more recent playtest, but I just stayed out of that one. I'm not going to be skipping cutscenes or anything. I'm going to be enjoying it. Occasionally I might be joined by friends. Let's dive into Sanctuary and see how things go. And don't worry, just because a new Diablo game has come out doesn't mean I'm going to stop playing everything else. It just means I might not play the other games quite so much for the next 2 or 3 weeks. We'll see how it goes. Let's go in and enjoy ourselves. Tutorial preference. Select your guidance preference below. You can always change this within the options menu. More guidance, more in-depth tutorials recommended for new Diablo players. Less guidance, minimal guidance on new features only. Explore hell on your own. Look, I'm uploading these videos for an audience, so having more information early on will probably be helpful. It's for red. They turn red if I do this. Also, I should let you all know, there was an option in the options menu to reduce flickering lights that might cause epileptic reactions. So I've done that because I know that at least one of my regular viewers does suffer from epilepsy, so I'm being considerate. It might affect my enjoyment of the game somewhat, but I think I can live with that. And I can always change if I'm playing a non-recorded character or something for a bit for my own preference to see the difference. Select difficulty. This may be changed at any time from the character select screen or from the world tier statue in Kyovashad. Players must be in the same world tier to form a party. World tier 1, Adventurer. Recommended for players who are new to Diablo or want a light challenge. Enemies are easy to defeat. World tier 2, Veteran. Recommended for Diablo veterans who want more of a challenge. Want to have more of a challenge? Or just want... That word probably doesn't need to be there. Enemies are more challenging. Doesn't describe how much more. Monsters give 20% increased experience, but are also more challenging. Monsters drop 15% more gold, which will probably be needed to maintain equipment and stay on par with the difficulty. But I'll give it a go, right? I don't know how much more difficult it'll be, but hey, gonna give it a shot. Queued for game. Oh joy, we have queues. Yes. Oh, one moment.
Sanctuary. Kind. It was forged as a refuge from the war between the high heavens and the burning hells. Instead, it became a new battleground in this eternal conflict. A secretive group called the Haradrim has kept mortals safe. But now this once powerful order is a husk of what it was, and Sanctuary's ancient creators have returned to claim the hearts of humankind. This is the story of their downfall.
Great, that's all we need. The destruction of the Haradrim. Oh, joy game, what are you getting me into? Oh, she's blurry there in the distance beyond the bird, out of focus. It must be incredibly chilly out here in the cold. But she's a tough girl, she's used to it, and she's got a torch to light her way in the darkness. We see down here the bones of some destroyed beast. The horse must be growing tired if she's dismounted to lead it. It's cold, it's dark, it's late, and there is a statue. The horse has panicked. That's it, just... oh, it's gone. There's a trail of blood and some deer hoof prints. Looks like deer or gazelle or antelope, something like that. And something killed that horse really quickly. It didn't even have time to scream. Or maybe it's a different horse. That looked like a wolf. Alright, Chenna. The torch is dying out. Time to show them what you've got. Please let me know in the comment section down below if the video is too dark, and if so, I'll increase it for you all. It's just about right for me, but when you get those things where at the start of the game it will say, you know, adjust the slider until the image is barely visible, I've got good eyesight and I can see it a long way until it gets really quite dark. I don't want it to be too light, so that it just doesn't seem dark enough for me, but hey, I know YouTube likes to darken videos when it uploads them and processes them. So I may need to lighten things, just so you guys can enjoy it all as well. Yeah, this isn't going to end well. It doesn't even have skin on its head. What a horrible dream. Or did it give her a bad dream? Okay, that looked like a getting into combat stance
Find
pose.
better shelter before I freeze.
Enter Kyovashad during open beta or early, don't know what that is, probably some... Okay, we can move around. Let's be on the lookout for things like this. Yeah, I see containers. Alright. Reward casualty? Now, it is a Diablo game, so there's lots of like clicking, left click. It's heavily mouse driven. And you'll see here we have a two-handed hammer, two axes, a two-handed sword. And I have not found a way to swap between them. Instead, different skills seem to use different weapons. Obviously my objective is over here, so I'm going to go in every other direction first. We have automatic gold pickup as in Diablo 2. Okay, you. Yeah, fight those wolves. I want to clear out this clearing and get everything I can from it. What, just nothing? Looks like I'm mostly just getting money at this point. And obviously our adventures are taking part in yet another area of Sanctuary. Now, some time ago, Blizzard announced a job advertisement for someone with experience making multiplayer games to make a multiplayer game in the Diablo world of Sanctuary.
When the storm has passed.
A lot of people hoped it was going to be an MMO, but I suspect it's this, as this game has significant multiplayer components. Now let's hello you. You get killed. Haven't even had to start pressing shift yet. Keep looking for everything. Alright. That road appears to be blocked. Low on life? Are you kidding? It's like really full. Queue to drink potion. I have 4 potions. They're always getting back. So I played a few hours at the beginning of the playtest a few months back. Saw a little bit of the beginning of the game, not much. So shouldn't be too far into this game before things are new to me. So all money so far. Come out, you monsters. Want to take a bit more damage? I'll consider that healing you. But this is a harder difficulty, so I should bear that in mind as well. I think I can take a few more hits though. I can't kick that over or something and let the coals melt some snow. Oh, shame. Yeah, smash things.
Another abandoned town.
Nevesk.
Everywhere. Fangs in the dark. Ah! He bit me!
Careful! He's a wild one.
What's going on in here? Hello? I don't seem to be able to interact with you, sir. Ah.
What's it to you?
Oswen, hush! I'm sorry, Wanderer. You've come at a difficult time. This madman just stumbled into town and started causing trouble.
Demons spilling from the ruins. Kill us all! Kill us all!
Ruins? What is he talking about?
Come, I'll explain.
You shall? Well, madness could be infectious. Is there a
staring in the ruins to the north?
key?
That poor monk back there must have gone
That's not it.
inside. Even a holy man like him was driven mad by whatever he saw.
There are a lot of people here to speak with.
Fire's looking good, but I should watch it a little longer to make sure it doesn't go out.
Now remember, in Diablo games NPCs don't generally have a lot of conversation options, but they do set the tone and occasionally impart useful information.
What's that? You say something?
Now there's a weapons merchant here apparently, okay.
I have remedies if you're injured.
Oh, he heals me, lovely.
If Devmir's taking up all the space by the fire, just give him a shove.
Now,
Gotta protect yourself out there.
let's look at these. 39? 39, so that is slashing, so that would be two-handed, possibly. Two-handed slashing, if this is the slot rather than the contents. 38 on 36. Okay, let's see. I think I need to give this a little more thought and wait while I level. I don't think I need any of it, and she only seems to sell weapons. She or he? Isabel could be like Isabel, I suppose. Yeah, let's leave it for now. Alright, lady. Why don't you explain, Ms. Varney? Probably Mrs. Let's hope that was her husband in the hut there. Finally, some shelter from the storm. Come in, she said. I'll give you shelter from the storm.
I'm sorry, it's a bit cramped.
It's still better than a cave.
And not that cramped. What is this place?
Nothing special about our little town, but it's home.
Yeah, of course it is. It's where you dwell, where you reside. What about the monk?
We'll do what we can for him. Might have to keep him in the shed for now, though. He tried to bite off Osman's fingers.
Oh dear, why would he bite Oswald's fingers? That is not good. What can you tell me about the people here?
Alenta went a bit deaf last winter. You might need to speak up around her.
Alenta being that woman, yeah? Right. It isn't safe here.
Could you protect us from whatever is out there? We have nowhere else to turn.
No one should live in fear. I will cleanse the old ruins of evil.
Truly? Oh, thank you.
The monk said there was evil in the old ruins. I will cleanse the old ruins of evil, apparently. Hey look, I get to press this now. I have ability points. Skill tree, 1 ability point. So I can spend a point. What have I got here? Basic skills deal damage and are always available to cast. Lunging strike. Physical damage requires any complete arsenal weapon not yet learned. Generate 9 fury. Lunge forward and strike an enemy for 12 damage. The yellow numbers I imagine will change. Bash. Generate 10 fury. Bash the enemy with your weapon, dealing 12 damage. After bashing enemies 4 times, your next bash will stun for 1.25 seconds. This skill increases for 2 seconds if using a two-handed weapon. Basic and bludgeoning. So if I was using maces instead of axes, I might get access to this. Access. Frenzy. Unleash a rapid flurry of blows, dealing 6 damage with each pair of hits. If Frenzy hits an enemy, its attack speed is increased by 20% for 3 seconds, up to 60%. Requires dual-wield weapons, so that would be the 2 axes. Flay. Flay the enemy, dealing 1 damage and inflicting 13 bleeding damage over 5 seconds. That initial 1 damage is low, 13 over 5. That's actually a very low initial damage output. But, enhanced flay. Battle flay. Oh, these are mutually exclusive? Okay, I see. So obviously the attacking faster will be popular with a lot of players. Not sure I want to go that way. Lunging strike. Let's see now. The stuns could be popular. Damaging a stunned character with bash grants you 10% base life as fortify. Fortified characters take 10% reduced damage. You become fortified when you have more fortify than current life. I see. So you'd need to wallop 10 times to get that fortified? No, 11 times. Or 6 with a two-handed weapon. So it's not going to come quickly. Then he's doing a weapon. Next I kind of want to experiment with the bleeding damage. But that initial damage is so low. And I need to spend 2 points to get down here. I'll give it a try though. Why not? The skill has been automatically assigned to the action bar, and here it is. Okay. Arsenal selection. Auto select. Wait a minute. How do I... No, that's not it. Okay. Here? No. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to... Right, I'll close this. No, I'm not seeing it. Alright. Well, I'll head outside before I stand around making a fool of myself in the inn for too long. There's some kind of symbol on the ground here, in the middle of the village, and something... It's glinting in the puddles, isn't it? Right. So I can zoom in a bit, I can zoom out a bit. Can't zoom out any further. Maybe Chena's just really big. There's lots of buildings here around town. Door's locked, that's fine. A lot of them are probably going to be locked. And I can get outside town here. as well. Ooh, fighting a two-handed sword now. I should probably head towards the ruins, though. But I just want to explore around here a little bit longer. Now, it does seem the merchant will replenish her wares incredibly slowly. Looks like about an hour until her first restock. I imagine I can't go very far this way. Yes, that's correct. So this is just an area I can explore a bit outside town before I'm allowed to head on. There are some crude graves out here. I'm not sure that really counts as a graveyard, although the village this small, with a population this small, that's nice. Probably more than just decorative. Hello. Oh, it's dead already. Right, okay. I was going to say, let's get out of town and find ourselves some danger. So I'm not sure if that's 1 damage on top of the base damage of the weapon, or it is just a literal 1 damage initial hit. If it's a 1 damage initial hit, then Chenna is very brave to be using such a skill this early in the game. Oh, hello. Can I get you again, please? Excellent. Could I please find something else? Anything. Hey, trousers. Automatic armor upgrade. Looks like the same armor model. Let's put them on. And double our leg protection. It's literally exactly the same item appearance, so no major difference there. And we got to fight a bear. That was fun, wasn't it? Right. Oh, that's not a monster. Look. Okay. Thank you. There's gotta be some... Hello! Let me fight you, skeleton, with your incredible inability to lead. So now we know there are skeletons. And that's also an upgrade. On an empty slot, let's put them on. There we go. We've got some leather wrist guards. We can feel a little bit warmer now in the cold. And we're almost at healing potion time. Ah, there we go. Right. Oh, hello. Can't have that now, can we? Stop shooting it. Alright, look, that hurts now. This cloth fluttering the wind. Healing potions can drop from enemies and objects and are automatically picked up when not at maximum capacity. I don't see any yet. Oh, it's happened already. Right, that's why I was told. I see a wall. It shall be chopped up. A frigid cairn. Well, it is a pretty frozen place out here. So that's a great big healing potion if I had used another one, if I wasn't on full already. Oh look. I'll pick that up. Hello. let's have that. Right. Hammer is 42... Wait. Oh, it's going in the two-handed slot on the back. Got it, okay. That's less of a hammer and more of a tabuch, really, isn't it? The tabuch is a long club. Wait, is the tabuch form with shark's teeth in it as studs? Because I'm talking the oriental one, right? The long, relatively slender two-handed mace. Anyway, let's head inside and have some fun. Also, I should keep an eye on the time. Don't want to let this one run too long, do I? Here we are in the abandoned halls. Ah, that's the way back out. Of course it is, because it's a completely different compass direction. Nothing in here yet to overtly interact with apart from this door. That's often the nature of dungeons in Diablo games, though. Early on, relatively empty and unoccupied. There's a trapdoor on the floor that I cannot open. That wasn't me. Hello. You get cut up. Yeah! Wait, did they all just fall down dead when I leveled? Weapon Master! Kill an enemy with a two-handed bludgeoning, What? Well, I've got a new skill. There's a 10% chance to make the enemy vulnerable for 2 seconds. Sure, I'll go with that. Double this chance from using a two-handed weapon. Yeah, sure. And now we can get core skills next level. Direct damage from enemy. Take 10% increased bleeding damage. Okay, got it. So increases the bleed. So when they take bleed damage, it doesn't increase, but it's on the initial hit. Or damage reduction. Oh, and thorns. Yes, please. Yes, I want the thorns. Thorns are great in Diablo games. So thorns is like the Rune of Spite, the Dwarven Rune of Spite from Warhammer Fantasy Battle. It's when you get hit, they get hit back too with the thorny damage. It's because you're prickly, right? And, oh, unlocked by earning 3 total skill points. So I can get that. 7. Oh, so those will all unlock together? Or is it I spend 3, then 7 more, then 7 more, then 7... Yeah, we'll see, right? We'll see. I found some new boots. They are an upgrade and look the same. I'll put them on. I don't seem to be able to rotate the camera. I'm too used to that in other games recently. Right. Oh yeah, you take that vulnerability. Just checking for anything worth interacting with. Oh wait, no. I'll open this guy's check. I don't think he would have come up behind me with the door closed, but you never know. Alright. Hey! That's not nice. Take out the range attacks. Just money? I'll take it. These two doors would work nicely for multiplayer. Can I just go straight through? No, I have to click on them to open them. Okay. Because you have 2 people barge in at once. Oh! I imagine the hammer would have some big group attack abilities. It's also my best interest to be swapping attacks to spread the bleed. Okay, we've got a shrine here. I don't particularly need that. I'm in relatively good shape for now. Yes, please. What do we got? New picture. Unlocks new look on salvage. Salvage then would be a way to get appearance altering stuff. So let's put them on. They don't look as warm with the fur lining, but they do have more sort of like a few metal reinforcements, a few strips holding it all together, you know. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, yeah. I should. Yes, they are still bleeding by the And I'm imagining, as a sort of tutorial area, this dungeon level might be less random. Okay. That's something a character with ranged attacks could probably exploit. And I imagine enemies might be able to exploit it as well. Hello, you. You're trying to shoot me. Oh, wow, okay, that's not good, is it? I look vulnerable now. Those blue cracks on the health bubble looked like something I did not want to be experiencing. Always check the stuff. Oh hey look, I'll get that back. Definitely going to be looking into some kind of sweeping attacks. That's probably something good, to be honest. Oh, that's not good. Right. Hey, look. Oh, that's not good. Okay, I'm going to take this one down, drink a potion, pick up the potion. Oh, and I got it from the level anyway, full health. Yeah, okay. I'd honestly forgotten the full heal on level. Right. Let's clear out these rooms. Drink a potion. And are these still going to stay here? No, they seem to go away after a while. Okay. Worth checking. Let's play what's in the box. And there's that potion I needed. Excellent. I must say it's already starting to sound like Diablo music. It's that drumming with the sort of humming reverberations in the background. Right, what have I got here? I got powerful gauntlets, more armor, and +8 strength. Unlocks a new look on salvage again. So I should probably keep one of every item that will unlock a new look on salvage, and then oh yeah, okay. And a new ability point. Hey! You've gained access to more powerful skills. Drag and zoom to view. Sure. So. Whirlwind is a popular skill. It's been around since Diablo 2. Hammer of the Ancients. Slam your hammer down on with the Fury of the Ancients, dealing 23 damage to a concentrated area. So these are our Fury spending. Yeah, these are our Fury generators. These are the ones we spend Fury on. Rend. Cleave enemies in front of you, dealing 4 damage and inflicting 35 bleed damage over 5 seconds. So a bigger bleed. AoE. Just what I was looking for. Endless Fury. Basic skills generate 5% more Fury when using two-handed weapons. Double Swing. Sweep your weapons from opposite directions, dealing 12 damage with each weapon. Enemies caught in the center are damaged by both. Upheaval. Tear into the ground with your weapon and fling debris forward, dealing 33 damage. And Pressure Point. Lucky Hit. Your core skills have up to a 10% chance to make enemies vulnerable for 2 seconds. Look, this vulnerability thing. Vulnerable, take extra 20% damage. Okay, nice. So if we work on Pressure Point, and let's also keep it up with the two-handed sword for now. So now we have a right-click skill option as well. And we enter the Hell-Touched Corridors. Not the ideal name for a place, to be honest. Oh, hello. Yes, please, die now.
I don't have enough fury.
No drops. Okay, well, we'll just keep exploring, keep searching, looking for things to interact with.
Enough fury.
Right, obviously you always destroy the shaman because they bring back their minions and I got a bit of money out of it. Ah, that was enough for a potion.
More fury.
Alright, that's good. Should have drunk before picking up. Okay. There was a door back here. Look, I'm checking for things that I might have missed, okay? You want to be thorough when exploring one of these evil hellholes. One of these dens of iniquity. Oh, hello.
I don't have enough fury.
Is it really just him? Apparently so. Oh, and I get to do this as well. Yeah, but the spacebar so kind of dash. I'm not sure if I can do it through enemies, but hey, let's drink and pick up and pick up. And not so good. Right. Then we continue our exploration of this midden of evil.
I need more fury.
I spy a chesty chest. How many years has it been since I said that? I'll give you a hint. I mean, I think it was possibly before Dark Souls came out. Dark Souls 1, you know. Yeah, okay, so far. Right, what's in here? So I can
We need more fury.
And because of the harder difficulty, I should be healing more often. I see a shrine. Will it refill potions as well as health or not? It did. Wonderful. Will miracles never cease? Okay, we're getting deep now. We've got a long straight corridor. We've gone downstairs. This is seeming much more serious. This can't be good. This looks like it might have been the beginning of the game.
Enough fury.
Where's he gone? He's round here somewhere. Okay, he came down. Keep bleeding, demon boy. Summon your minions in your house. I see you, and I strike. Look, I'm gonna get hit back too, okay? It's fine.
I'm afraid.
Okay, whoop. Out here, drink, pick, and fight. Fight on. Get out of his area of effect and hit him from behind. Essen und trinken. Literally German for eating and drinking. Don't ask why. Old school lessons many years ago. Oh, he's coming to feed me fury now? How lovely! I mean, I'm just gonna like rule like that, you know. Did he didn't squash it any loud. Alright. Obviously I don't want to be standing there when he does that. Back out. You ready to fight with things again? Obviously I need to drink him then. Again. Pick up. Can't back away just yet. So there's a cooldown on the dodge. You mate. Going down. Oh, two-handed axe, polearm, tunic, shoot, lots of nice stuff. Weapon expertise. What L and C? What? Okay. So, enhanced rend extends the duration of vulnerable enemies by 2. You know what? Getting always vulnerable is really good. Free. Grand Stomp. These look like fun. Rallying Cry, Iron Skin. Oh, these look like lots of fun. I want to get to those quick. Maybe a bit of this, though, to help us on the way there. Yeah. Expertise. What's this? Aha! Kill monsters to increase the rank of your weapons and to unlock better bonuses. So, I've been using two-handed sword quite a lot here. So I keep using it and stuff will go up. So this is just weapon skills. Unlock quest at 15. Okay. So in the meantime, that's a better axe. 16. Okay, so we'll put that one there. And this one, 18, 27. So we'll put this one here. So those are both 18s, fine. This will replace the sword for much more damage. Strider's Tunic, which will also unlock a new look on salvage. We're probably going to get a lot of that. Okay, it leaves a lot more flesh exposed, but apparently is more protection. And Strider's Shoes, better boot armor, unlocks new look on salvage. There we go. So I can get rid of anything that doesn't unlock a new look on salvage. Just doing a little sorting. No, okay. So, 1, 2, 3. No! Alright. Is it really only... Ooh! Really now? Okay, well in that case... There we go. Not the two-handed sword, but everything else on that half. Got it. Are there any great big treasure chests down here I should be interacting with? That's a question I should ask before leaving. Janna wants her pretty shiny things to take to the traders in town. Trinkets to trade for precious things. Oh, look, there's a rope here. We'll just climb up that. As apparently now is time to leave. And we're back out here again. We've been here before. And now we have a polearm that just... It's got a nice light swing to it, but it doesn't seem as impressive as some of the other two-handed weapons we've wielded in the past. Let's head back into Nevesk and tell the townspeople...
You've returned.
...that we have returned indeed.
The old ruins are clear. Your town should be safe now.
Truly. Ha! By the light, you are heaven sent. Oh, I'm so sorry. We haven't any coin to offer. But we have hot stew.
She clicked her fingers.
Stay for a
She has authority here.
Wash out the taste of the stew.
As if Chenna's going to
We'd be
turn down some
honored
booze
if
and a
you'd
free
join
meal.
us.
You know, she's even nodding her head a bit in time for music. Even sitting at a table while people dance and the fiddle plays. And as the drinks grow more and more in her belly, things become blurry, the music seems to slur, and in attempting to rise, she slumps forwards onto the table there. Everyone stopped dancing. The music stopped playing. They did not seem surprised. Well, this brings back memories of the beginning of... Oh, what was it now? I know exactly what it was, but I can't remember the name off the top of my head. That's annoying, isn't it? Began with an A or an R. It'll come to me later. I saw my corpse, and from my mouth crawled hatred. A father burned his children on a pyre, and a mother moulded a new age from the ashes. I saw the weak made strong. A pack of lambs feasted on wolves. Tears of blood rained on a desert jewel, and the way to hell was torn asunder. Where am I getting this from? Then came a spear of light, piercing hatred's heart, and he who was bound in chains was set free. This is Rathma's prophecy. Is Chan familiar with Rathma's prophecy? Who was Rathma? I suppose we'll have to wait and see. You can tell he's not singing in the church choir.
By mother's blood, by mother's body, so shall you witness her glory before you die.
What are they gonna do? Eat me? Or...
Not ready yet.
They're coming! The whole damned village! Get up! Get up! We have to fight our way out! There!
Oh my head, says Chenna.
May the light preserve us. Lost souls! All of you!
I'm out of fury.
Yes, bleed for me, villains. Oh, that's good. So I was going to say... Hello. Yes, straight up. Do it. What was I going to say? Well, no time for thought now. Time for fighting.
Are
you still breathing?
blessed like us now.
Blessed, is it?
That was all of them. Light willing.
Now this is the madman they had locked away at the beginning of the game in the village. You're the madman from the shed.
Madman. Those heretics drugged me after I returned from the ruins. Just like you. I came to my wits and escaped. Tried to get inside the chapel, but it was locked and...
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
What
Thought she was
manner
tough.
of evil is this? Petals? Of blood?
They must have fed them to me.
A blasphemous ritual. How did they learn this? Perhaps the answer lies in the chapel. They kept it locked up for a reason. The key might be on that woman who was leading them.
I remember what I was going to say, what I was thinking. I said, you know, when they said they're going to kill me, I said, what are they going to do? Eat me? Or, and I was about to say, or is it that by defeating the demons in the ruins, I am a threat and they need to kill me so that more demons can come infest the ruins without me going to finish them all off? Okay, there seems to be no danger here in town, but we shall see. Ah, echoes of Diablo 1 Tristram music. But also something else.
Only fire can cleanse the darkness in this place. Have a look inside, but hurry. I will prepare the torch.
Now, the doorway is no longer locked, for I had the key.
Blood petals. Like the ones I was fed. Is this real?
Now, clicking on these petals triggers a cutscene. There are reports of certain graphics cards imploding or catching fire when this particular cutscene triggers. I do not have that graphics card. Mine is a bit older, and bizarrely the older models are not affected. It's just that particular newer one. So this should all be good. Calling the faithful to prayer. And here they come, hobbling through the cold streets, shivering to huddle in the warmth of the church. There is no fire there, but the walls keep the wind out. That's Varney. We killed her to bits.
Shameful. Our Father has granted you a path to salvation.
Oh, he's one of those priests.
And yet, you stray from it at every opportunity. You drink and gamble. You covet and steal. Shameful.
But what's this? Petals.
Sin is their birthright. My children. The lords of hell are coming to devour our world. Salvation lies not in the light, but in you. The faith has taught you to deny your heart's desire and turned you into a prisoner within yourself. Break the chains and discover who you were meant to be. Break the chains and be beautiful in sin.
This is obvious manipulation. She's appealing to the ego, to pride, the little...
Resist! Resist her temptation!
Perhaps that is why she leads me,
Vani,
because she struck
it's
the
me.
first blow.
I brought your child into this world.
Please tell me that was a garden trowel. Looks like some kind of knife though. It's as if the saint in the window is weeping tears of blood. That hooded figure will probably be her sycophantic priest from the introduction.
They have awakened, Mother.
The first of many. Go to the dry steps and continue your preparations. Now, our true work begins.
I imagine the dry steps are where we may be headed next.
You came to thank the light.
We should probably have a talk about Lilith. The name obviously has some biblical connotations, but actually Lilith was a pre-biblical deity in some other Middle Eastern faiths as well. I should look into that more. There's an interesting depth to it. But for now, let's speak to this chap, and then after this, I think it would probably be a good time to end the episode. What were you doing in Nevesk?
Looking for the town priest. He stopped sending tithes, and I came to find out why. As I neared the village, I sensed darkness around the ruins. I went to investigate. Found the priest's body. Demons. Foolishly, I took shelter in Nevesk and ate their food. You know the rest.
Yes, I've got a pretty good idea how that went. How did I get outside the building before you set fire to it while I was unconscious? You probably helped with that, obviously.
You collapsed inside. I thought the darkness had swallowed you. I dragged you here and put this cursed place to the torch. What happened to you in there?
I saw a vision. A horned demon. She said the lords of hell are coming. She wanted to help the people survive.
That's a very generous
Help them.
interpretation.
She called them her children, and they welcomed her. Like a mother.
Mother? No. It cannot be.
I must report to the cathedral.
Listen, there is a hermit to the northeast. A man of questionable loyalty, but he knows of the forbidden. He might be useful to us.
Bring him to the cathedral in Kiovashad, and you will be in the light's favor.
Of course. But that is a mission for another episode, because I think this is a fairly good point to leave it here. I will point out though, there is of course a disparity with real-world religion and faith, because in the lore of this game, that demon did create the world of Sanctuary as a kind of place to exist between heaven and hell. It's a bit weird, but maybe we can talk about that next time. For now though, I'm going to end this one here. I hope you've all enjoyed this episode, and I will look forward to seeing you all in the very next one. I'm going to say goodbye for now though, and cheerio! See you all soon.